Hello, welcome to all. In this video, we are going to discuss about budgetary control test your knowledge questions. From the test your knowledge question, we will see the first question. What is there in first question? So, we will take this. And EW Partner, a leading strategy and managing consultancy firm, is preparing its budget for the year to 31st March 2021. So, he is preparing the budgets. Okay. One of the partner W is concerned about liquidity. He argued that firm with advocate liquidity has less risk of being unable to meet their liabilities than liquid one. So it has fear of liquidity. Next, where the firm has advocate liquidity, there is also possibility of enriched profitability through reduced interest outlay or increased interest income, together with greater financial flexibility to negotiate enhanced terms with supplier and financial or participate in new business opportunities. According to new desires, what are their new desires? He reduced it to CC to 0. So it expectation with CC to 0. You want CC means what? Cash credit. You want to pay out all liability by 30 September 2020 and have positive cash balance. So positive cash balance of 1,45,000 by the end of year end. So he is expecting for this too, and compare and contrast feed forward control and feedback control in the context. So what is meant by feedback? What is meant by feed forward? Feed forward is actions will be taken before events taken place. So before it will go for liquidation position, it will take this is based on forecast. That is precast. We will prepare the projections, we will prepare the provisions, we will provide the estimations. Based on that, we will take the decisions. This is feed forward control. And feedback control means we will take the corrective actions after the events taken place. Here, what is the strategies we will pay? We will take that if your cash balance is not good, we will ask for our receivables pay earlier, and if you are paying payables early, we will pay payables later, and we will ask for credit paid. This will the strategies for to get liquidity benefit. Next, we will see the answer. What is there provided in answer? So for answer, in feed forward control, here instead of actual results being compared against desired results, forecast are made. So what we made? Forecast. That is forecast means what? Provisions, projections, expectations, etc. Next, what results are expected to be at some future? So what is your result you want to expecting in some future term, we will forecast now itself. If this expectation differ, if there is any deferred, what is desired, and control actions will be taken, will minimize these gaps. If any gaps is there, if for the projections per forecast, we will take the corrective actions before it came. Next, in case of scenario, in this scenario we have partner expectation was 2 expectations to reduce CC to 0, and we have positive cash balance by March 2021. Therefore, to achieve above expectation, what can we do now? We require to produce cash budget, prepare based on various functional budget showing cash inflows and cash outflows. So these both are dependent on cash. So we will prepare the cash inflows, cash outflows for each month, so that firm can identify anticipated monthly balance. So we will know what is the balance is existing. Then we will see that at the 31st it is existing 1,45,000 or not, and we will see at how much liability is there, is it amount is there or not. So we will anticipate cash balance at when we prepare the functional budget, when we prepare the expectations. This can be compared with the firm's expectation to see if their cash balance objectives are achieved. So what are the objectives? These two objectives. Next, however, if the objectives are not met, if your cash balance is not positive for projections, or if we do not meet your liability at 30 September, then we will need to revise by changing level of activities. It is a process of feed forward control. So before event is taking place, we are taking corrective actions. This is feed forward. So feeding forward for your forward, you are feeding for forward. Next, for forward control. Next, here involves where for feedback controls involves monitoring the results achieved here already achieved against the desired results and taking whatever corrective action is necessary if deviations exist. Here the actually events taken place. So after the events taken place, we will take the corrective action if it is not achieved based on our detailed results. Next, thus in the case of EW partners, a comparison of actual monthly balance. So what they are doing, comparing the monthly cash balance can be made against the budgeted cash balance for that month. As with any budget and actual comparison are adverse or favorable variance, it is they are seeing from budget after the actual is happened. It is not correct. We will see the budget if budget is meeting or not for actual. So we will not see the actual with budget, we will see with the budget with actual. So next, it may be the cost above budget, cost receipts lower than the expected receivables to claim time. What is the reasons? It is reasons was cash receipts where sundry creditors is paying, our buyers will paying taking more time for paying and we are paying very fast to our suppliers. Here this is the reason for our cash balance will be difference. Now this comparison process is feedback control. So conclusion will be feed forward means taking corrective actions before events taken place. This is feed forward. Forward means before and feedback back means after. So after, if we take here B is there, so we will take the A. So we do not have B here, so we will take the A here. So actions will take place. That is the case of question number 1. And now question number 2. What is there in question number 2? In question number 2, we will see this. In question number 2, SPM is a leading school management in the heart of Indian's financial center of Mumbai. Okay, preparing its budget in 2020. In previous year, the director of school has prepared the budget without participation of senior staff. So they are not using their senior staff to participate in the school board. They are prepared on their own. So now they want to. Last year, the SPM board blasted the directors over the lack of participation. So they blasted the lack of participation of his senior staff. They are blamed for other persons. Now in the budget process 19 and requested that 2020 budget senior staff will be involved. So what they want, last time they are not involved the senior staff, because of that they blasted the senior staff will blast them, and whatever that they are not reached their achievement, then now they want to include senior staff involvement in budget preparation. No, what is required? List the potential advantages and disadvantages to the SPM involving senior staff. If you involve the senior staff, what can they do? They will achieve. They know the what is the cost. They will understand. They will accept if the target is not achieved. That will be the case, and they cannot blame, and they will feel appreciate when the reach they will reach. And this is the advantages. And what is the disadvantages? For senior staff means they are academically good but practically they do not have good knowledge, and they have limit of benefits of participation threats, and they consume more time because of they do not know the subject. So we will see the advantages and disadvantages, potential advantages and disadvantages involvement of senior staff in preparing budgets. Advantages will be senior staff may agree to accept the targets, so they will accept the target and they take the responsibility for their budget. So they accept the target and they take the responsibility for they take the ownership, and senior staff may have better understanding. So what is the results can be achieved, they know the company objective, so they will work for company achievement. So they understand better understanding. For new entrant they don't know the company objective, they will work for their salary. For senior staff they know what is the company, what is company is providing them, so they will understand better understanding achieved and at what cost. Next, for example, they have a better knowledge of individual codes and how they be delivered more efficiently and cost efficiently. Next, senior staff cannot blame unrealistic goals and often excuse not achieving budget expectations. If it is not achieved, they will not blame for other persons because they also involved. No, when they involve they will provide what is scenario if you go for this way, what is the scenario if you go for this way. If you are not explained at the time of preparation. They are silent when the goal is not reached. That time also you must be a silent. They do not have right to talk at that time. Next, senior staff would feel they are being appreciated. When we achieved, we will feel like a appreciated for the value that they are experience bring to running of the management school. So what they think, so this school is using my excellency, my experience is using the school. They appreciate it. They have inner feeling of their what is it, this is their inner feeling will happy. Next, senior staff may get opportunity to discuss. So they get the opportunity to discuss organization issues. What are the issues is there, what we can do, and they can issue, they can matter, and they can exchange information and ideas can help them to solve the problems and agree for future actions. Next, potential disadvantages includes, what are the disadvantages? You senior staff have excellent in academically, but lack of practical knowledge. They do not have practical knowledge. For example, if you see the banks, for senior staff, they have knowledge, but they do not have to have system knowledge. They do not have practical knowledge of computers, how they use. They don't know how to use their phone. Firstly, they will use their phones less. So they do not have practical knowledge. And senior staff may limit the benefit of participation due to personality threats. So they will feel innerly, I am the higher person. Why will go for when they see juniors is called? So they will have inner feeling of that one. So personal threats. So they will not participate regular meetings. So they will come like a superiority for each meeting means they will feel like I am the high level authority. Why will go for small meetings? That is the threat. Next, senior staff may consume great deal of time arguing with others. So if someone is not listening his words, he will still, I am the 30 years industry, why you are not listening my words? It will take time consuming person. Next, senior staff may decide among themselves to artificially inflate the proposed budget so that it is easier to them to attain the cost target they have set. That is question number 2. Now question number 3, what is there in question number 3? In question number 3, so history of the company. The provided Great Bus Tools Company Limited is a opening top double deckers bus sighting company. So particularly identified with special red and cream colored bus. So it is providing one bus. It commenced operating small town in Meghalaya in July 2015. So it is started in July with 4 buses. Next, operated over 44 buses. Northeastern India. So it is small town it was started. Next, it have 5 routes with stops at tourist destinations, and company runs hop on 24 hours. It is in hilly area and 24 hours valid ticket, unlimited journey routes. Okay, budget for process and incentives for plans. What is there? Apart from management performance control and incentive schemes, it has been followed participative budget approach. So in GBTL, budgeting is joint process in which functional division develop their plans in conformity with the corporate goals. So they are use the participative approach for the purpose of preparing the budgets. In the next year, based on the plans, division prepare the functional budgets and send the appropriate management of review approval. The budget after the incorporation feedback and suggestions received from the said management are finalized for the implementation. So they are asked for all other persons and finalize the budget. They will accept it. Ready sir, we are produce this budget, we are ready to provide these items to this budget we can reach. That the confidence they are given their management. Okay, the finalize, so that they were finalized. For that finalization, they provided the comparing the actual performance with the statistics. They provided bonus and other performance related incentives are considered. So based on this budget, they are arranging for bonuses. Higher management believe that this performance control and incentive scheme is very helpful to measure the performance and fixing responsibility for the responsibility centers. So they provided revenue was 1,13,800. This is budget scheme which is accepted by the all persons, and for the if we reach this budget they will get the incentive schemes, so all are accepted that. Next, less variable cost, direct material they provided 13,600, direct labor, variable overhead and fixed cost, operating overhead, marketing administration, profit or loss. Okay, what is they provide? Current year statement. So current year statement, now we will see. Revenue was 93,500. So budget was 1,13,500. It will decrease 93,500. Next, variable cost. Where the variable cost was 13,600. Here 19,600. We will see the what is the changes is happen. What is the changes is was happen in sales and in sales. If we see the revenue, revenue was decreased, and based on profit we will see the margins. And for the direct material 19,600, here 13,600. So we will see the percentage, how much is there, here how much we have there. For direct material, for actual we will see, and budgeted percentages we will see. For 19,600 means 19,600 divided by 93,500, it will become 21%. So actual was 21%, and for budgeted it will become, I think 12%. It will become 12%. And direct labor, what is there in direct labor? 40,500 and 37,700. So where their direct labors. Next, variable overheads 7,700, and here 6,200. So there is almost similar is there. There is no much difference. Next, fixed cost, operating overheads they 20,150. Here budgeted will be 18,100. So here they have more difference. And marketing and administration 10,100, 10,700. So marketing expenditure was marginally increased. So expenditure was increased, and here expenditure was increased, and fixed overhead was decreased. So decreased, no problem. Next, we will see that for this we are got the loss. So in budget we have 23,200 profit. For 23,200 divided by 1,13,800, we have profit margin. What is the profit margin? I think 23,200 divided by 113,800, it will become 20%. So budget profit margin will be 20%. But now what we got, only 250 loss, that too 250 loss divided by 93,500 means it was loss. So what they are telling means other information they provided. Surprisingly, above given current year actual results were not put to the mark. Actual results were clearly showing adverse performance in the comparison with the budget figures. So manager of GBTL were upset. So he is upset. So what year I have provided budget profit, but you are actually is loss. So that he is upset. So they do not receive any bonus. Wow! Because of this, you will not get any bonus. Mr. Maggie, tour manager, route number 3, said that, sir, we are not giving bonus. But what is the reason means? The loss is not our control. He is explaining his way. That is what is happened. Because of this happened, we got the loss. So what we have? We lost 2 months revenue. Because of fuel prices almost double. So fuel cost, we decided one cost, but here actually it was different, and we did our best. These circumstances were beyond our control, so we should not penalize at all. What he is telling, he is not giving, manager he is not giving any bonus, and employee is providing the explanation for loss. So for when the activity is beyond their control, we would not penalize them for not giving the bonus. Is not correct. We must pay the bonus as we stated up to how much we reached. If that what is there, that uncontrollable beyond their control, if they under control, if they have uncontrollable situation, what is the benefit they will get? So for 2 months they lost 2 months. So what we will do now, we will take the 10 months budget, 10 months revenue. If you got for 10 months, if you have a profit based on the budget, that is based on the budget profit margin will be 20%. Now we will take for actual also 10 months, and if you got the 20% of profit margin, or if you got any profit margin, then you will get the bonus. If you get the loss, then also so you are penalized. So we will see the prepare for 10 months actuality. Then if you have it is profit, for based on margins we will see 20% is budget margin, and profit margin for 10 months we will see if you got the profit margin you will get the bonus. Next, in support of our statement, Mr. Maggie provided following disclaimer. So for these 2 months what is happened, he is providing rain is common in north region, but the past year set records number of in July the expected average. We expected 1157 but received 18110, and August 990 and received 153. So this is beyond their control. Here two was beyond their control. One is fuel price and one is this rains. The fuel price has risen almost continuously since last year due to surge in global crude price. Next, additional operational expenses 22 lakhs, but to also incurred to remove the milky appearance and give stainless a nice new look affected by heavy rain. Here we will see operational expenditure was where is there 6200. This is the operating expenditure, operating overhead. Operational expenditure means operating, that is variable overhead. It was 6000. Here we see 6200. Here we have 7200. We will take this operating expenditure variable overhead, that is 7700. That is 7700 minus 6200. We have got 1500 అంటే this is 03 అంటే 1 lakh 15 lakhs. So we saved the 15 lakhs. He is telling additionally we incur 22 lakhs, and if also after that incurring we save the 15 lakhs. Wow, is get rare. Now she claimed that revise the budget with consideration of above factors with give different results and lead to different conclusions. Analyze the tour manager's view. Yes, tour manager's view is correct. We will consider these items for 2 months. If we got their profit, then we will get the bonus. So we will calculate the revised budget. Next, question number 3, I think so. Yes, 3. So first we will see that it appears that GBTL has been badly hit by weather. So it is badly hit by weather. What is the reason for hit? Rains. Heavy rains in July and August. A lump sum in business. Revenue has fallen 18%. So 18% was fallen over the budgeted figures. Direct material was fuel 21% and compared to budget. Here we will see only we will prepare for material and fuel. We will see the actual and budget, we will prepare based on that. We will see the percentages, and after that variable overheads almost same. However, interestingly, there is saving of 1,50,000 in operating overhead as compared to budgeted figures after incurring the 22 lakhs. Next, furthermore, there is reduction in market expenditure. Next, the ratio of salaries. We will see the salaries ratio, actual, what is their actual and what is their budget. Next, it appears to be typically. Next, instead of there should be cut their ratio due to slum business. Here we will say that award of bonus in case of loss is not justified. And manager should be held accountable for their operation. Only their operation they will held liable. However, they should not held liable accountable for the events beyond their control. If they have beyond their control, what can they do? They will work for their controls only. Next, manager cannot control movement in fuel price. So they cannot control fuel price, and yet she is supposed to most information, and he is expected to correctly forecast movement in the price fuel, and manager should not penalize uncontrollable fears. So they cannot penalize for uncontrollable events happening in the nature. So accordingly GBTL, they should revise in the budget to account uncontrollable events. So they provided some uncontrollable events. No, from that uncontrollable event we will require to calculate revised budget income. So for revised budget income, for revenue we will calculate for 10 months revenue we will take actual price levels. Next we will see the 94,883 and direct material we will get 19,600 divided by 93,500 into 94,883. What is this? This is actual revenue, and this is expenditure what they have provided. For we will see the for 94,833 for this revenue what is the expenditure to be incurred, and we will see the same like direct labor and variable overhead we will calculate based on the budget. We will calculate it. Next after that we will got the profit. 3,733 where we have got the loss in for 12 months. For after 10 months we will got the profit. So now we will see profit margin. What is the profit margin? 3,787 divided by 94,833. Budgeted profit margin will be 20% as we calculated above. Next what is their year profit margin? 3,787 divided by 94,833, I think so. Now the profit margin will be 4%. So here we got the profit margin of 4% in last uncontrollable events, so that we got the loss. So up to 4%. Budget will be 20%. So we reached up to 4%. So we will get the bonus up to this one. So at least some bonus may consider. So revised profit margin will be 4%, as against the target margin will be 20%. It is clearly indicate performance was benchmarked against higher target. So they provided the higher target. Because of that higher target we cannot reach it. If the original budget figures is used to measure the performance, it will punishment to employees for the reason which is beyond their control. So GBTL is not too far away from the revised profit margin. They will not far away. So therefore at least some bonus may be considered to be awarded to the employees, which may create more employee royalty and may be beneficial for long-term relations. It will create the employee royalty. Next, for continuing monitoring budget performance, achievement and failure in GBTL is essential to overcome these situations. This will help to identify the company plans, and monitoring budget performance should be responsible for the manager in GBTL. Now, the essence of effective monitoring budget performance is that the managers should provide accurate, relevant and actionable information on time to the appropriate management level, so that budget can give realistic target to measure the performance. It is also important to know that the time of revising the budget, the primary budget as well as the past information should not be ignored as they base for preparing our budgets. This is the case of question number 3. And now we will see the question number 4. What is there in question number 4? Question number 4, yeah. Here this is the question number 4. In question number 4, what is they provided? The board of directors meeting of Kyoto Motors Limited, a car manufacturing company, is to be scheduled to be held in another 10 days. So is manufacturing company held for another 10 days on the items as per agenda to be discussed in the meeting in the present budgeting system of the company. So it is budgeting system. Your organization at present using budget for control, which is prepared mostly traditional basis. So he is using traditional basis. So past data. The CEO of the company wants to propose beyond budgeting. So you want to change their budgeting based on beyond budgeting. So for limitations in traditional budget, we will overcome from using the beyond budgeting. Next, instead of traditional budgeting in the company on experimental basis, therefore management accountant has asked by you CEO to explore the possibility of introducing the beyond budgeting systems in the company. So you are required to provide the beyond budgeting, what is useful and what is required. He is required to prepare notes of your to be presentations and meetings. What is asking, they are going for traditional to beyond budget. For that they convince their shareholders. No, for convincing you must provide the traditional budget limitations. What is the traditional budget limitation? It is a time consuming, it is costly, it is open barrier for all purpose, it is rare strategic focus, and it is have little values, and it is how developed and updated, do infrequently it will update. So these will limitations we will explain, and after explanation they will ask for what is the advantages of going for behind budgeting. They will ask for advantages. It is advantage for what is the advantages of behind budgeting. It is a more adaptive process. It is adaptive process. It is a decentralized process. So they can work individually. Next, nature of beyond budgeting. What is the nature of beyond budgeting? It is not a absolute, has like a traditional budget, and it is top down approach and bottom up approach. Where top down budget we will go for more participative way, and level of improvement is achieved, and here simple modification can deal by great deals. Here we will prepare the forecast. This is the nature of beyond budgeting, and benefits that can be enjoyed for beyond budgeting. What is the benefit we have? Benefits we have, it will help for work coordination, and it will reduce the target cost, and it will motivate for employees. We will explain this all, and it will eliminate the behavior aspects. So we will explain these all points in the that meeting. Then our shareholders will accept for traditional budgeting to beyond budgeting. Next, suitability of beyond budgeting of the company. Now, what is the company he is? It is a company of automobile industry. So Koyo Motors Limited means automobile industry. So automobile industries means if you using traditional means you are using for old. So it is required for adapt to new. It is required for adaptive, where it is a automobile country. So automobile company. So it is required. So it is go for beyond budgeting is good. It is good. Next, it will focus on fully. So we will explain this point, and after explanation we will get the our person's acceptability. Then we will implement this. So we will see this. What are the limitations of traditional budget? It is time consuming and costly. So time and costly, and constraints of responsiveness and flexibility. So they cannot responsiveness and flexibility is not there. Next, offer for barrier to change. So anyone can enter here. For traditional budget means it is the standard format. They can see anyone, and rarely strategically focused and often contradictory. It is strategically focus is rarely. It is not focused on strategically. Next, add little value, especially give time required to prepare. So it is little value and time required to prepare especially. Next, concentration, cost reduction. It will not create value to your company. It will always focus on your cost reduction. Reduce the cost. Your quality will decrease here. When you are going for reduction, only focusing on reduction, your cost will be quality will be decreased. Next, developed and updated too infrequently. So they will updation will in the market was strategically. We will update at one infrequently, as usually annually, or they will follow annually. We will update, or we will update our system in yearly once, that they will follow. Next, are based on unsupported assumptions and guesswork. So they will work on a unsupported assumptions and guesswork. Next, reinforce departmental barrier rather than encourage knowledge sharing. So they will not encourage their knowledge sharing. If one person is come and tell their knowledge, they give any idea, go and sit here, why are you wasting our time? They will tell like that only. They will arrange only one time. Next, make people undervalued. So they will feel like that people working in under my control, he will do not have any that much of knowledge behind my, they will undervalue the people. Next, what is the advantages of beyond budgeting? Here beyond budgeting advantages for more adaptive process than traditional budgeting, and it is a decentralized process, like unlike traditional budgeting where leaders plan and control organization centrally, but here we will have all the persons participation. Next, nature of beyond budgeting. Here budgeting is evolving rather than becoming absolute. It is not absolute. It depends on trust and transparency. We will trust our employees. We will trust our transparency of employees. Next, shift from top down centralized process to more participative bottom up approach exercise in many forms. So bottom up approach means participative. We will take the consideration of low level employees also. Next, it highlights the level of improvement that can be achieved even with relatively simple modification and great deal of trust. They may be simple simple improvements, simple modification, it will result was high, result was high, and it will highlight that improvement. Next, budgeting are changed, the change be neither dramatic or nor radical, so it will not re-engineering by our competitors. Here incremental improvements with traditional budgeting being supplemented by new tools and techniques. Here we will use the forecasting, in fact is more important, that is provisions projections, we will prepare based on that. Next, benefits of beyond budgeting model. What is the benefit is there? Beyond budgeting is helps helps in managers in coordination to beat the competition. So it will help the manager to work in coordination to beat the competition. Internally rival between managers is reduced as target shift competitors. Next, it will help in motivating individuals by defining clear responsibilities and challenges. So managers work in coordination and beat the competition and motivate the individuals for defining your clear responsibilities and challenges, and it will eliminate behavior issues for making reward team based. So they will give the reward for in lower section also. When they get the reward, they will feel like, oh, they are treating, we are also same here, they will win, and it will eliminate the behavior issues. Next, proper delegation of authority to operational managers who are close to the concerned action and can react quickly. Next, operational managers do not restrict themselves to budget limit and focus on achieving key ratios. So they will use the key ratios and they will focus on key ratios also. It establish customer oriented teams. So based on customers, what the suggestions, what the feedback is providing, based on that customers oriented team, they will establish it. Next, it create information system which provide fast and open information throughout the organization. Next, sustainability of beyond budgeting to the company. So our company is, since Kia Motors Limited, it is a car manufacturing company presently adopting traditional car manufacturing. Moreover, it is a automobile industry. Automobile industry means it is going rapid changes in business environment. So the company can definitely use the beyond budgeting to improve control system, and beat the competition. Beyond budgeting lies an agile holistic approach based on self-organization. This will also help the managers to work in close coordination with each other with motivation, which will turn with beat the competition. This is budgetary. Thank you for your patience and listening my words.